You know, it's ironic that almost 200 years ago that Lewis and Clark set out on an expedition. It was years later that we're doing something that was considered impossible and insurmountable against most of the same odds that they had.
The U.S. steel industry has faced tough times, foreign competition, prices rising, profits shrinking, bankruptcy after bankruptcy. In the face of steep odds, the extraordinary team at Alton Steel has revived a closed steel mill and is delivering on a simple mission statement, producing high-quality, low-cost steel. But the story of Alton Steel's success today begins with another steel mill, with many of the same workers at the same location, Laclede Steel. Laclede operated in Alton, Illinois for 90 years, producing trusses for the World Trade Center, handling U.S. Army contracts during World War II and the Korean War. But in 2001, it closed, costing this Illinois community hundreds of jobs.
I was one of many people that lost their jobs due to the steel crunch and all the other steel companies that had went down. So when I went home that night, of course, the plant shutdown was all over the local news, the St. Louis News. And my wife was sitting there watching. Of course, I had talked to her before I came home, and she was crying, and she had tears in her eyes. When I talked with my wife, she said, "Is there anything you can do?" I said, "I don't know, but I'll try." I just made a commitment to the project, and to my dad, that we'd stick with it and see it through. Then I got calls from my friends and fellow Laclede employees, and those other employees started coming and volunteering their services.
They had maybe a half a dozen to 10 people working here for about a year without any pay. And I talked to them, and you know, everybody was truly dedicated to the cause and sold me on it. Here I am trying to sell steel, and they sold me.
On September 11, 2003, Mel and Mike Cook and a band of former employees as volunteers produced the first steel in 2 years at the former site of Laclede Steel. And the quality of the first bloom was tested. It was perfect, and Alton Steel was born.
Well, we just want to say today, with the whole community here, as of October 13th,
we are going to open the mill.
A community celebration was held at the steel mill. Over 3,000 attended, and country music greats the Oak Ridge Boys performed. Now old Laclede customers and new customers use Alton Steel, including all of the big three automakers and John Deere. They've come to understand the Alton Steel edge. There are 3 reasons for Alton Steel's competitive edge. One is location. Alton Steel is centrally located to major steel-consuming areas, most within a 1-day drive. ASI is accessible to rail, barge, and trucking routes. The second is energy cost. Alton Steel pays some of the lowest utility rates in the country. And most importantly is Alton Steel's team, from management to metallurgists to maintenance.
I've been involved in steel a long time. My dad was a steel worker, my older brother, and my father-in-law. And so, you know, it's kind of in my blood, I guess, really.
We're here to work with people, not them work for us. And it's just a great situation, and it's very unique. It's like a family atmosphere, and you don't want it to be taken away from you again. And they have a commitment to quality, they have a commitment to success.
Mel and Mike will actually come out here onto the mill. They'll get their hands dirty and talk to us, you know.
A lot of metallurgists just work in plant. I try and go out to customers, see what their needs are, bring that back to the plant, and as well working with some of our suppliers.
Another key to delivering high-quality, low-cost steel is a good contract with the United Steelworkers.
The union and management were at odds prior to Mel and Mike putting this all together. These people wanting us to succeed, that they worked with us very, very close, negotiated a good package. They want to get back to work here. They're willing to do just any job out there in the mill, not just the one that they're assigned.
ASI's contract includes good wages, but 20% of the pay is based on incentive, bonuses, and the success of the mill.
I think the relationship with the union and just the atmosphere here is so neat and unique. I don't really know if anything like this has ever been done before in the country.
And then, of course, the biggest VIs on our VIPs are our workers.
These fellows know, and gals know the bar mill, know the melt shop. They're the best of the best, and it's really, that's where we get our competitive edge. These people really, really want this steel mill to work. They loved it when they worked here. They were sorry to see it leave. They know how to take care of it. It's their baby, and that's what they're doing. They're taking care of it, and they're putting out a product that's going to be better than what our competition is doing.
If you can do it, if you can help do it, that's the model around. You know, there's really no such thing as something's really not my job. You know, it's kind of everybody's job.
Working with these guys has been more of a family type deal than ever was at Leclerc.
Quality is the number one thing.
Quality.
Good quality product.
Quality is the name of the game. I mean, if you don't have the quality for the product, I mean, who's really going to buy it? You got to have the quality. If you have a customer say he wants 15 carbon and you can't produce 15, you can give him 20 or 30, and that's not what he ordered. He's not going to come back and order it from you. Same way with your manganese or any other alloy that he's specifying for a certain grade of steel.
Quality isn't always measured in the product you produce. It's measured in how you maintain your equipment. It's measured in how you maintain your safety, your personal being, your personal welfare. It's a whole total package.
With our ladle furnace, it's latest technology, state-of-the-art. We have wonderful temperature control, chemistry control through our ladle furnace. That has given us the ability to run continuous cast using a single furnace operation and to do it in a cost-effective manner.
Current production includes rounds, billets, and slabs in carbon and alloy grades. Flexible and frequent rollings offer quick response and better inventory control to customers. Current capabilities include special quality bars and merchant bars, QS 9000 certification for the automotive industry, rounds 15/16 through 2 1/8, soon to be expanded, chemistry, most carbon, alloy, and resulfurized grades, semi-finished 7x7 blooms, 9 1/4 by 4 slabs, 12 1/2 by 4 slabs, 15 1/2 by 4 slabs. Unique features of Alton steel include our 200-ton heat size, provides for large quantities of uniform chemistry. The straight mold caster provides a product with a uniform cross-section, free of conditions such as quarter-point inclusion bands. We cast 7x7 sections, allowing greater reduction ratios to finished size than many other mills. Our bar mill is hydraulically pre-stressed, resulting in virtually no roll deflection and in better section control, precise and consistent size tolerance control. We recently commissioned a state-of-the-art bar mill control system from Rockwell Automation that will allow for expansion of our size range with better product uniformity. Alton Steel's formula: a central location, low energy costs, a proven management team, an experienced, motivated workforce, a top-to-bottom commitment to high-quality, low-cost steel. Alton Steel. Alton Steel, Incorporated.